article from WikiHow on why social issues are higher in the urban areas compared to the rural areas. In my opinion, yes, I agree. I agree that social issues are higher in the urban area, but that doesn't mean that there are like no social crimes in the rural area. Social issues in the urban area, such as like when parents go to work, they often leave their children behind alone at home. So when the children are alone, some of them will roam around town and go anywhere they like, and sometimes they might do very, very bad things without their parents' knowledge and permission, such as smoking and going to cyber cafes. Then sometimes these days I have heard that students often don't go to school or quit school without their parents knowing also, just to hang out with their bad friends. I suggest that this shouldn't be happening. I also think that these days teenagers are one of the problems, such as now the news about teenagers burning the toughest schools are often like a hot potato. It has become a famous topic in Malaysia these days. Now I'm wondering, why do teenagers do that? This is because maybe they have private problems or their family problems. Then I also think that we should avoid this from happening. But this doesn't mean that the rural area doesn't have any social crimes or issues. But before that, I would like to tell a little bit more about the social issues in the urban area. These days, I also heard that teenagers, students, pupils also took drugs and poisons without permission. Because once taken, when the students take the drug once, they will keep on like eating it. They can't stop. It's like their family. Sometimes they don't even think of their family. They just think about themselves. Now, I would like to talk about social issues in the rural area. There are not much social crimes and issues in the rural areas. Due to the close knit of community, there are less social crimes. And because each of them care for each another and their community, they work together, and there are not really much social crimes. And usually these days we heard that usually in busy cities like Kuala Lumpur, there are a lot of tragedies, accidents, and a lot of like crimes happening, such as kidnapping also and snatching. Then sometimes snatch thieves, they would snatch especially from women, because women usually wear like so expensive things. But not all women are like that, and this is why these days women and children should take care of themselves and keep their belongings at a safe place and not showing it off to the public. In the rural area, because there are not really much equipment like guns, for example, they won't be able to kill people so much, like less crimes, murders. That's why I suggest that we should avoid this from happening. I hope that my tips and advices will help people to understand the risk of accidents and what is happening around them right now. That's all from me. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. Okay, let's take one issue. Let's say truancy in school, okay, among students, right? Okay, we find that in the urban area, the rate is higher, correct?
Yeah.
Compared to rural areas.
Yes.
Okay, schools in rural areas. Why do you think so?
Pardon, can I?
Sure. Okay. Skipping school. All right. The students skipping school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We find most students in the urban area, schools in the urban area. Okay. We find that the students there tend to do this more frequently, or if you compare the percentage, the number, is higher compared to the rural schools. In rural schools, you don't really find so many cases of students skipping school.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Why do you think so? Is there a special reason why this is happening?
This might be because usually the parents in urban area, like that, it's easier to get work over there since it's like they have a lot of buildings and there are a lot of choices of works. So parents usually go to work most of the times for meetings, and usually they won't really take care of their children. They usually will leave it to their maybe like babysitters or someone they hired. But in the rural areas, most probably maybe there are not really much choices of job opportunities over there. So usually the parents will just stay at home, take care of their children. So they'll be more concerned of their children, of what they are doing. They'll be watching the children, whatever, anywhere and anytime, what are they doing and where they are. They are more concerned actually. So that's what I know.
Thank you. Alright. Do you have a question?
Yeah. Okay. Can you suggest one way how we can curb this issue, this social issue? How can the society or the government? You can suggest any bodies, government agencies or the society or the NGOs, how they can help with these social issues that you talk about just now.
Well, I would like to say that actually schools can help in this by doing programs, activities and campaigns about how to avoid skipping school or doing very bad things, and how to know if their friends are bad or good so that they won't follow their lead. And then also the government could actually do talks, and they can like do banners or they can do booklets about it so that the public will be aware and they will spread it to their children, and their children will be like, they'll understand more about this and they won't do this a lot. And then the schools could also invite professional speakers who always solve this kind of issues to talk in their school or give talks, campaigns to avoid this from happening.
Okay, I have one more question. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Do you think social media plays a role in the moral decadence of youth in the urban area?
Well, this can.
Do you think so? Yes.
Yes, I do think
Why?
so.
Yes. Okay. Elaborate, please.
Okay. Actually, parents or anyone, they could spread photos of banners, booklets, or whatever they find, they can spread it in the social media so that the others who also has social media such as Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp can also see what is it about, and they would take it more seriously and they will not beat around the bush.
Okay. Alright. Okay then. Do it? Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Monisha, thank you so much.